Hey folks, we're heading up to Lake Miltona in Minnesota to fish muskies.
Hey, hey, John Gillespie!
This is phenomenal. Massive Slavosaurus, big butt muscalungo. Hey guys, I got an 11 pounder. Look at that thing, man. Oh no. Look at the tummy on that thing too, buddy.
That's a toad.
Yes, folks, we're on Lake Miltona near St. Cloud, Minnesota, and we're chasing muskies. But Pete, before I talk about the lake, I got to talk about the weather change. Yesterday, we had 89 degrees, and the big front came through last night, and we actually had tornado warnings when we were driving through St. Cloud, Minnesota yesterday. Woke up this morning, we got a north wind, the temperature has dropped 21 degrees, and the first question I have to ask you, sir, do you like these weather conditions?
Well, it has changed. I'm actually glad that the heat went away. We'll have to see, but hopefully we keep a little cloud cover. This amount of wind should be good. It may actually push the fish shallower.
But Lake Miltona is kind of a special lake. You know, when everybody thinks muskie fishing in Minnesota, they think vermilion, they think leech, they think mille lacs. Miltona is kind of a sleeper as far as good muskie fishing is concerned.
Well, it is and it isn't. The guys that really study things are aware of what's going on in Miltona. There's good stocking and this, that, and the other. But as far as trophy fishery, yeah, it's not really on the map compared to some of those other names. And it's a very healthy fishery, big fish, lots of forage out here, and a great walleye, smallmouth, everything fishery here.
Hey folks, so show what we're using and how we're using it, all of that coming up right after this.
The legends of the fall are ready thanks to Mills Fleet Farms Fall Cleanup Sales Event. Get your gloves on. Wells Lamont work gloves 20% off. Arm the family with 30-inch poly leaf rakes. They're $10 off. Superior Winterizer Lawn Fertilizer, just $14.99 a bag. And the Toro Super Blower Vac is on sale, $49.95. Clean up on savings during the Fall Cleanup Event at Mills Fleet Farm.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Folks, I'll tell you what, the greatest addition that we've had this summer, other than Baby William, is the Quick Set Tent by Clam. Is this awesome or what?
Yeah, super awesome.
Super awesome. The cool thing is it sets up in 40 to 45 seconds. One person can do it, and it's good to go. But look at how big it is on the inside. There's plenty of room for a picnic table and 8 chairs. Everybody sits in there and enjoys themselves. Again, the Quick Set by Clam sets up in 45 seconds.
It's shady and completely bug-free. I love the Quick Set by Clam. Check out all the Quick Set models at clamoutdoors.com.
Folks, taking a break in the fishing, whenever I see a guy who's switched to Evinrude, I want to just find out why. Dustin Carlson, a pro fisherman for 15 years, a guide, ran a lot of different engines over the years, and Pete, this year he switched.
Yes, he did, and like us, you're enjoying it, right?
I really am, John. I mean, the fuel economy of the Evinrude is what's really blown me away compared to the other motors that I've ran. I was up on Eagle Lake this year for 5 days and I didn't run out of gas, where my previous motors, in 3 days, I was out of gas.
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
What about torque and getting out of the hole?
The hole shot on this is absolutely incredible, John. You've got not only the hole shot, but the mid-range. When you're clipping along at 30 miles an hour and you drop the hammer, I mean, you're at 55 miles an hour like that with this 300.
That incredible two-stroke technology, right?
It is amazing and unbelievably quiet. You know, some people like a growl, but I'll tell you what, you can talk and hear and everything with this engine roaring, but it doesn't really roar. It is unbelievable for 300.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As I mentioned at the top of the program, chasing muskies on Lake Miltona near St. Cloud, Minnesota. And our special guest today, John Johnson, who is the creator and the craftsman behind Recon Boats. Tell you what, buddy, I loved the boat this year. I mean, I can't believe how smooth a ride I get in that thing.
That's good. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, well, I love it. And Pete, you know, we got that big weather change that we talked about at the top of the program, and you're actually suggesting starting out with a surface this bait, huh?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, topwater. We're hoping that does not have a smooth ride today. We're hoping it sees a lot of trouble.
Hey, Pete, this is not a muskie, but something really hit my bait there, buddy.
Does not look like a muskie, Jack.
No, what do we got here?
Oh,
my
nice
gosh!
bass.
Whoa! Look at the size of
careful.
that bass there, man. hey, that starts today. You
He
know.
likes the Livingston.
Yeah, look at boy. He wasn't getting away either, was he, buddy?
Oh, boy. I guess
Now
not.
that is interesting, but should tell the folks what type of water we're starting out in. You know, after this big cold front, we're fishing a weed flat.
Yeah, a weed flat, John, a little bit shallower than you normally would on this lake because hopefully this cooler weather is pushing these fish up shallow now.
Well, what do you got there, Pete? Yo, this is turning into a multi-species show. Yeah, that's not a bad pike if you want to eat one.
It wasn't really what I expected, John. You know, he actually whacked it really hard, and I was pretty excited when it hit because it hit coming toward me. Blah, blah. Well, anyway.
Hey, I gotta ask you
It's a
though,
fish.
seriously, when you're seeing bass and pike in these weed beds, is that a bad sign?
To be real honest, if the fish that are the size a really big muskie can eat are super active, it's generally not a good sign for right now.
John's got a fish on. John's got a fish on. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. This could be a muskie, Pete. I hope this is a muskie, buddy.
good size.
It's a
Good
good sized
Good
fish,
one.
Pete.
Good.
It's a good sized fish.
That's
Turn
good.
around and smile.
I will get the pinky. John, get your lure out
Get
of the water.
pinky, get
John,
pinky.
get your lure out
Okay.
of the water.
Ooh, oh yeah, my lure's in the water. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, we haven't seen him yet, folks. We haven't seen him yet. Should he do anything, Pete? Pete, what should he do?
No, just relax, John.
Okay,
just
all right,
relax.
buddy. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Did you get a hook set on him,
yeah,
John?
yeah,
Oh, it's
there
a
we
big
go. Oh,
fish.
it's a nice one.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
nice
real
one.
nice one, John. It's a real nice one, John. All right, buddy. We got to get this in the pinky. Oh, is that a beautiful fish?
Oh, that's a
That is a big, big, big fish.
Yeah.
That's a giant. It's a giant.
I got to get up here.
Get up
John.
here, get up here, get up here,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
get up
whoa.
here, get up here.
Sorry, Ryan. John, you didn't get your lure out of the water.
Okay. Oh, look at the head on that thing. Look at the head on that thing, Pete. Pete, he's a giant, Pete. He is a giant. He is a big Slavosaurus.
I had to
That is a giant fish.
I had to
Don't miss him, Pete.
Okay, lean
He's
him in.
hardly hooked. He's hardly hooked.
He's hooked good.
We got
He's
him.
in.
We got him. We got him. What do you? Awesome. Oh, turn around. What do you think, buddy?
Good day of fishing.
Good day of fishing. You know, John doesn't get too excited, but man, that is a whopper, dude.
Nice fish.
What happened?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Rolling it in, she just pounded it. So
Get a good hook set in there?
good hook set.
That's hooked good. Hooked good.
Are you shaking? Yeah, he's shaking a little bit. Wow. Hey, dude.
I'm shaking a little.
Boy, and you know what's interesting about Miltona, folks, is the water clarity here. When I first saw that fish, man.
You started panicking.
You too, though?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that big of a fish. That's a real nice fish,
That's
John.
pushing 50 inches.
Oh, yeah. If it's not 50, it's real close, John. Yeah.
Yeah, and John did it. He doesn't get real excited, though, does he?
He's not quite as animated as you.
Well, that is a gorgeous fish, man. This is a big fish, fellas.
Guess who got it?
Guess who got it? Recon John.
Recon John. He
Recon
scores.
John. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That thing is a giant. Holy cow, Recon John. Hold him out, Recon. There you go, buddy. Holy cow, is that
Yeah.
a big fish?
Big old girl.
Oh,
Hold it
man.
out. Come on, it's
Yeah,
easy to
there
hold
we
it out.
go. Can we have a smile, Recon John? Hey,
Good day.
is that your biggest fish ever?
That's the biggest one so far.
Wow, that's outstanding, man.
We got time yet.
Yeah, that is. Well, I got to get in the picture too here since it's my show and I never catch any. There we go, buddy. There, nicely
There you go.
done, man.
Hold it out. Hold
Yeah.
it out. Hold it out.
And this
Okay,
time of
let's
the
get
year,
her
we're
back.
going to get her back, but that's congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, seriously, congrats, man. That's gorgeous. All right, guys, there you go. And
It's a brown.
I'll tell you, folks,
Back.
Yeah, get her in.
the
Yeah, that's a 50.
that's definitely a 50-incher.
Yeah.
You know, muskie fishing is becoming a spectator sport for me. I'm watching everybody catch fish this year. But you want to know something?
Fine with me.
That was that was truly a pleasure, though, for me to watch that fish.
Awesome. That was a nice catch.
And a 50, that was definitely over 50 inches. I'm guessing 51. But either way, what a gorgeous fish.
Yep, beautiful fish.
All right, well, I got to talk to Pete here for a second. All right?
Yes,
you can
yeah,
stay
I'm
there.
here,
You can
I'm
stay
here.
there, John. You don't have to leave. But I'm really getting sick of this bait.
Yeah.
The last couple of years. No, seriously, this is sound science, and it's big tooth by our friends at Clam that make this bait, and it's the different blades that create the different vibration, Pete.
Yeah, we got two different styles there, Colorado and Indiana. So yeah, and it does make a different sound, and that particular color's been working well out here. So, and I caught a fish on that last time, remember?
Well, yes, I do remember. Actually, what I want to point out, though, seriously, folks, is I think it was 3-4 years ago you started building these and using these, and I thought myself, what a joke. I think, you know, what's the difference between that and a bucktail?
Yeah.
And then when I've seen how these things produce fish time and time again, it blows me away, really.
Well, they do, and at times the different sounds do make a difference. There's no doubt. We've had several days where they are outperforming. So, and obviously he caught a really nice one.
Yeah, let's take another look at that big fish that you caught there, John. I mean, that thing is just a giant. And aren't the colors pretty?
Very pretty colors.
Pete, one thing about muskie fishing that you've told me a lot over the years, when you get a fish, don't waste a lot of time. Get your bait back in the water. That's important, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, as quickly as you can, John. I mean, it's nice to celebrate, but not always, but most of the time you're dealing with a increased feeding activity, and it's very likely you're going to get another fish. Sometimes these windows are super tight. They can be even just 15, 20 minutes. So you want to get right back after it as quickly as you can, and definitely be in the same kind of water that you were fishing. Ooh, John, fish.
Oh, yeah.
You got him. Oh, you had him.
There he is. There he is. There he is, Pete. Pete, I got him, Pete. Pete, I got him on the figure eight, buddy. I got him on the figure eight.
Nice.
I actually screwed that up, didn't I, the first time?
Yeah,
Whoa,
kinda.
there he goes.
Oh. You
Son of a
lost
gun.
him? What happened at the end? Did he just...
He just got off. I put my thumb, released the whale, and I was giving him a little bit of line,
Yeah.
a little slack. Hey, here we go, John. A small one.
Oh, okay.
Well, how small is small? Is it camera worthy? That's actually a nice bass, man. Shucks, that's a 2-3 pounder right there, man.
We got a
Look at that.
multi-species
Hey,
deal
look at
going on.
you wanted to tell the folks that the Recon is a multi-species boat.
Multi-species boat.
Well, you're proving that today. Well, John's got another one on here, folks. So we'll see. He's the multi. Hey, are you going to finish out the multi-species deal? Bring it in there, buddy. Hey, all right. So we got a pike there. Now, you got to go, I know, soon, because you got to go back and build some more Recons. But let's see. Northern, bass, and a giant muskie.
Nice muskie.
Well, hey, enjoyed fishing with you, man. You know, we're going to get back out again, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely we'll get out. Love
Not-
fishing with Pete. Love the first time out here with you guys. We'll be back.
Okay, that finished. Oh, well, you didn't get a walleye yet.
Nope, not yet.
All right, well,
Next time.
all right. We were fishing Lake Miltona in Miltona, Minnesota. A 7.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 8.5 hours from Chicago, and 2.5 hours from Minneapolis. Folks, ATV season is right around the corner for both hunters and ice fishermen. Lenny, why should we be using AMSOIL in our ATVs?
The size of these machines is growing. They're heavy, and the motors and the transmissions and the differentials get stressed. So one of the best things you could do is run a good high quality lubricant. So when you throw those tracks on it, or I'm plowing snow, or you're making it work really hard, you know that you're protected.
So AMSOIL up your machines before the season, and for more information you can go to...
Check out amsoil.com.
The new Acme Rattle Master has a built-in echo chamber with a brass rattle that calls fish in. The body's solid brass too and won't bend or dull, and reflects fish attracting light all over the water column. This 1-2 punch of sight and sound means you make less casts, because the fish come to you. Rip it or shake it for crappie, walleye, northern, salmon, or trout, and experience multi-species action with just one bait.
Folks, taking a break in the fishing, I had to stop in St. Croix Falls on my way up to Minnesota to visit Aero Marine because, Terry, you guys are a new recon dealer. Why?
Yes, we are a new recon dealer. We're a recon dealer because of their multi-species boat that gives everybody the type of fishing boat that they can use, the custom quality workmanship, and the customer service from recon boats.
So recon, you have heard back from guys that have bought them, is a great ride, a better ride than a lot of other hulls.
Oh yeah, great ride. Just a fantastic boat.
So if folks want to see a recon, they can come to Aero Marine in St. Croix Falls. I got that right.
That's correct.
Well, hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Well, folks, day 2 of our muskie excursion on Lake Miltona near St. Cloud, Minnesota. We got my buddy Len Groom from Mamzoil with me. Now, Len, you and I have done a lot of fishing together over the years, but this is your first muskie trip.
It is, yeah, it is. So I'm learning from you guys today.
Well, we've had a few practice casts, and you really got the casting down pretty good now.
Well, it takes a little bit of a touch as we learned, but yeah, it's getting better.
Well, all I want is you to get one bite. But I'll tell you what, you know, you look to the sky and to the east, there a big front came through, and I guess it's raining pretty hard a little bit north of here. Pete, do you like these weather conditions? We're not supposed to see the big rain, but that's a pretty big front over there.
Well, I'm not sure yet, but I do, John. Overall, I mean, we got northwesterly winds, but when you got fronts moving in and out, I actually thought it was going to clear up a little bit here a while ago, but it should trigger something with this weather change. It's a little cooler than I'd like to see after the heat, but same old story, man. You know, try different baits, bucktails, topwater, crankbaits. We'll figure something out.
Hey, oh no, another bass. Hey, I'll tell you what, folks, you know, Miltona's got giant muskies in it, but really in the last day and a couple hours, we've caught a lot of bass, you know, and hey, if I'm a bass angler, man, I come over here because we've caught all largemouth, but this lake is also really known, folks, for real nice smallmouth and walleyes. And I'll tell you what, that doesn't bother me seeing these bass in these weeds, Pete. That looks like a good morsel for a muskie, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I think it is. And there are a lot of bass in here. It's pretty interesting. And we haven't caught smallmouth, like you said, but it's a heck of a smallmouth fishery as well. But lots of largemouth.
Hey, Pete, what's really fun on this trip to Miltona is we got another recon over there with 2 buddies in it, Dustin Carlson, a guide from the Duluth area, and we also have Dave Williamson, who actually guides right here on Miltona. It's nice to have 2 boats working so we can kind of get a pattern down, isn't it?
Well, that's true, John, obviously, and you know, baits as well, but structurally in this particular body of water, you've got a lot. So in other words, what we can do is we can have guys actually fishing the same structure, working the shallower stuff, and then you've got weeds all the way out to the 20-foot level here. So you can literally have boats checking that deep stuff and the shallow stuff at the same time, and of course, hopefully patterning the fish.
Hey, here we go, here we go. Dustin's got one on. Dustin's got one on there, Pete. Yeah, see if we can back up and see it. All right, Dustin, way to go, buddy. Okay, we got Super Dave with the net there, folks. All right, all right. Is he close? Is he close? Oh yeah, good job, guys. Beautiful job, man. I want to get over, folks, and show you this fish. Super Dave's going to help me, I think. Okay, good job there, buddy. Oh, I'll tell you what, Dustin, that was cool. And what happened on that fish, buddy?
It was awesome. I saw her coming and she was a lazy follow, but I tell you what, when you do a figure 8 correctly with the proper technique, we use 9.5 foot rods. You know, I go deep, fast across, slow in the corners, up high, deep, fast, slow in the corners, and I did it 2 times around. And on the second time, she just came up from the deep and just ate in the figure 8 right in the turn how she should.
Very cool looking fish.
Look at the
hey,
beautiful
no, wait a minute, man. Yeah, explain the beautiful coloring on this fish.
Yeah, the Leech Lake strain muskies, they're a spotted strain, and this one, you know, some of them are bleached out, some of them have beautiful spots.
I think the younger ones, yeah, they're just so beautifully colored. And Miltona, folks, I don't know if we mentioned it earlier in the program, has very clear water, so that gives these fish more distinct markings too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Beautiful fish.
And on this clear water, obviously they bite on the figure 8.
They do, and it's exciting. I love catching them in the figure 8. It's when you got 18 inches of line out and
Yeah.
It's sad I lost that big one a little bit ago, but I'm happy to get this little
Ooh,
one.
I love the smell. Give me a little smell. Ooh, I love the smell of muskies. Yeah, I do too.
At Jiffy, we break new ground. In fact, every decision we make revolves around it. The new Jiffy 46 Extreme is 49 cc's of unmatched power with a fixed position propane system and over twice the efficiency for low-end torque. Or go Ninja with the Jiffy 44 Pro, the lightest in its class, the best in power and portability inside and outside. The only ice augers built in the USA. Jiffy, we put the world on ice.
Whoever coined the phrase, less is more, wasn't much of a fisherman. He probably talked himself into a V6 when he could have got a V8, settled for 100 horsepower instead of 250, and went home empty-handed when he should have doubled down. Introducing the Solix series. From Mega Imaging to AutoChart Live to CrossTouch, Solix has all of fishing's most innovative technologies on our biggest screen ever. Because more is more. Only from Humminbird.
Folks, I'll tell you what, Johnsonvilles are always a part of our fishing camp. And today we have Better with Cheddars, and we were going to cook them out in the boat, Dustin, but you decided that there's a better way to do Better with Cheddars. What's our choice tonight?
Better with cheddar with pizza.
Really? Now, what do you do?
So you take your Better with Cheddars, cut them into little slices and little coins, put them all over the pizza, put your pizza in the oven, let it cook at 450, and you've got Better with Cheddar pizza.
Better with Cheddars? That works. Hey, great idea though, buddy. Seriously, to dress up a pizza like that, great way to do it, isn't it?
It's fun. It's all about fun.
Yeah, Johnsonville Better with Cheddars, folks. Oh. Hey, what a catch! What a catch! What a catch on the figure eight! What a catch, Pete! What a catch, man! That was an awesome figure eight, Pete! That was an awesome figure eight! I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming, man.
Oh, man, was that cool.
That was cool. That was awesome, dude. Oh, that's a beauty too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool, man.
That was just neat to see that fish come and do that.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, you are very, very good at that figure eight deal, buddy.
Boy, he showed up weird. Just
yeah?
coming in on, kind of underneath and off to the side.
Look at her. I got to get this in there the right way. Whoops. There you go. There we go. Nice job, buddy. Hey, tell the folks exactly what happened. That was neat.
Oh, it was really cool. It was weird. It was like the fish showed up underneath the bait, right on it.
Yeah.
It was just a weird, not the normal follow. And then I started doing circles, and she literally on the outside turn came straight up from here and cut it off and just went.
Wow, and that was basically on the first turn? Second turn. Yeah, that is incredible. Should tell you too, folks, that it wasn't 15 minutes ago I had one that should have hit 2 on an 8.
Oh yeah, we couldn't believe that one didn't hit.
Hey, give me 5, man. Even though you catch all the muskies the last 2 years. No, that was wonderful. Great job.
Cool.
Yeah, what do you think there, Pete, about how long?
41, I'd say.
Yeah, but beautiful. And guess what that was caught on?
Our favorite Sound Science.
I'll tell you seriously, in all seriousness, if we didn't have this bait, Pete, we'd be dead on this trip. And,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's that vibration too, and we just moved 3 fish in this spot, continued the drift, came right back on, what is it, Moonrise?
Yeah, Moonrise, and it would literally hit on Moonrise. But normally on Moonrise, the action will be before the Moonrise and right at it. And that's that other window that we had, the one you almost caught and hit he had.
What do you think of Miltona? This is totally cool. I mean, what a great lake. And, only 2.5 hours from the Twin Cities, only 7.5 hours from Milwaukee and Chicago. This is a great muskie fishery.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, John, and it's really fun to fish. You know how much I like edges and structure. There's holes, there's everything here, flats, you name it, it's here, and tremendous fishery.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Mills Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2017 Fishing Contest. This week's first winner is Cliff Morford from Indian Mound, Tennessee, caught this 35-inch flathead catfish on Lake Winneconne using a jig. Paul Loth from Mercer, Wisconsin, boated this 48-inch tiger muskie on Eagle Lake using a Lindy rig. Brian Pells from Kenosha, Wisconsin, caught this 30-inch walleye on Eagle Lake using a jig. Jackie Wermeling from Trevor, Wisconsin boated this 22-inch smallmouth bass on the Wisconsin River using a jig. And this week's kids winners are Reese Pepin from Crevitz, Wisconsin caught this 44-inch northern pike on Lake of the Woods using a crankbait. And Joseph Sujecki from Milwaukee, Wisconsin boated this 24-inch largemouth bass on Wind Lake using a live perch. Mills Fleet Farm, your fishing gear headquarters.
Ooh, look at Dustin's got one on. Dustin's, is it a big fish, you guys? All right, guys. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, man, that is so cool. Pete just got one, too. Oh, look at the size of that muskie. Look at that muskie, guys. Dustin, you are hot today, buddy. Oh, that's another beauty, Dustin. Boy, is that a gorgeous fish,
nice
man.
Nice fish.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm falling in love with this Lake Miltona, you know?
You know, when you stock a lot of muskies in a lake, you're going to have a lot of muskies to catch, John.
Yeah, well, that's very, very true. And I'll tell you what, where we're staying on this trip, the name of the place is the Viking Bay Resort.
Viking Bay Resort, and I'll tell you what, my buddy Dave Williamson in the front of the boat guides this area, and he's one of the best around. And Viking Bay, what a beautiful resort, too.
That's what I wanted to mention, and they are really ready to put guys up for muskie fishing September, October, and even into November. And Dave was telling me, man, November can be awesome here, too.
October, November, and even September, where we are now.
Yeah, well, hold them up one more time. There you go, buddy. Nice job, Dustin.
Picture.
Yeah.
All right, let's get her back.
Folks, remember, you can catch all of our shows on YouTube. Simply type in John Gillespie, and it will take you to our YouTube channel. For more information on fishing muskies on Lake Miltona, call Viking Bay Resort and Lodge. That number is 218-943-2104. 943-2104. I've really loved running the Recon 2185 this year, so have you, Pete. And these boats are going to be for sale at the end of the season, and they are rigged to the hilt, aren't they?
They are rigged to the hilt, professionally rigged by John at Recon Boats, and you can buy both of these boats at the end of the year, or either of these boats at the end of the year. There's a Recon boat section on PeteMana.com, or go through your local Recon dealer.
They're going to be at a great price, too, folks.
Yes. If you fish, chances are you've used a mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank Daredale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks. Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that. That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy. Well, that one is a gorgeous fish. Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're going to weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did. Hey, Pete, another great show, and I'll tell you what, folks, this Lake Miltona's got a ton of muskies in it, and the Viking Bay Resort, man, they really cater to muskies for late fall fishing, don't they, Pete?
Yeah, they like muskie fishermen there, John, and it is a great fishery, and accommodations are great. They got cabins and hotel, a little bit of everything there. They can run a bunch of people through, and I know they have some space for fall muskie fishing.
Hey, thanks. Good time.
It was a good time. Thank you.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey,